uniforms, red numerals on the white background on the front. Perryton written on the Under Armour jerseys, red underneath the neckline, and on the back the red numerals on that white background as well. Griffin Brzezowski will go into center circle with the center tip by Braxton Floyd. Perryton will move from left to right across your listening device. Pampa will defend the right side goal and move from right to left. Again, this three-man officiating crew here from the Amarillo chapter: Greg C., Bob Backens, and Will Jones on the floor with the striped shirts, and we're almost ready for action here. We once again want to thank PTCI for grabbing our audio here tonight. You can see the rebroadcast and televised ball games on PTCI on Wednesday nights at 7. Sean here partnering up with me for the broadcast. May have to switch roles at halftime, Sean. I'm running out of words. Here's the opening tip. It goes Pampa's way. They'll score on the left side of your listening device to start off in the opening possession. Just underway. Glad you're with us. Ryan Davis up top in the man-to-man defense as they'll go to Stewart. He'll be the playmaker here tonight. They'll drop down low, and Landry make that. Braxton Floyd gets the entry pass and turns around and jump shoots it and scores from the right side. Here's Lemus into the front court with Davis now handling the basketball. Steven Hernandez, Griffin Brzezowski, Peyton Muir, Maurice Lemus, and Ryan Davis on the floor for the good guys. Here's Hernandez on the left side wing into the free throw line area. Lemus, dribble drive, and the ball is blocked, and it goes into the hands of Braxton Floyd. We'll go the other way. Stewart over to Darius Williams, with the ball on the right side wing. Stewart offloads the ball, and the ball is tipped by Davis from Williams. He'll put it on the floor underneath the dribble. Lemus and Davis get a hand on it. Stewart now on the left side wing, back up top to Landers. Landers runs through the lane, guarded by Brzezowski in this man-to-man defense. 1:06 gone by here in the opening period. Pampa leads it 2-0 in the early going. Darrell Fields gets open for a minute. Lemus steals it away, make that Hernandez, and Brzezowski comes up with it now into the front court. Griff wants to penetrate against Darrell Fields, an all-state tight end for the football team. Hernandez over at the top of the key with a dribble drive inside the paint, a little running floater, no good. Floyd gets the rebound, outlets to Williams, and in the front court, 2-on-2 basketball. Fields takes it from the right side block, goes into the high post area to Landers. Landers attacks the rim, and he'll shoot a pair. They're all chasing the team from center as the number one team in the state of Texas in 4A basketball at 24-1. First free throw is good by Landers. Sealsby comes in at the 2 spot. Yates, Brazosport, and Lincoln round up the top 5. The only teams from the South Plains or Panhandle would be Estacado at number 8. Missed the second free throw and will go the other way. Abilene Wiley comes in at number 9 and Seminole at number 10. Brzezowski for 3. Top of the key is good. Griffin Brzezowski ties the game at 3-all with a jump shot from the top of the key with a step behind the arc. Griff with his first 3 ball. Here's a drive for Landers. Right side offloads to Fields. Fields up and in with the assist from Landers, and Pampa regains the lead 5-2. Davis into the front court, finds Hernandez the trailer. He takes the basketball to the right side underneath the goal. Step back jumper on the way, no good. Landers draws down the board and outlets to Stewart, and Pampa wants to run. 4-on-5 with the last man in. Landers offloads over to Williams, and Darius Williams drops in the 3 ball from the right side baseline, and Brzezowski doesn't see the pass coming from Davis into the front court, and a turnover by the Rangers, down 8-3 as Pampa is on a little 5-0 run. 5:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Landers will bring it over the timeline, picked up there by Brzezowski, up by a handful. He'll attack the rim from the right side, and he'll travel. Also pushed off a little bit there, probably could have been called for an offensive foul as he threw a little shoulder into Griff after the traveling call was called by official C. He saw, and he called. 5:17 left to go here in the first. Davis into the front court. Muir screens off for Griffin Brzezowski into the paint area. A little running jumper. And he'll be fouled on the play by Brandon Stewart. He'll have a couple in the double-barrel shotgun. Griffin Brzezowski, a big part of his game, is all over the place and can definitely get in the better graces of free throw shooting. 8 of 16 on Friday night. Goes 1 for 2 here on the trip. Continues that 50% performance from the charity stripe in an area where we talked to Coach Klafka on Monday. He's like, hey, you were 20 of 33. Any concern? Landers sinks one from outside from the three-point land. And now Pampa with 2 threes and 2 field goals from the floor lead it 11-4. Rosowski into the front court being chased by Fields. Takes it to the left side here in the first quarter. Davis slaps the ball from the sideline area, and that means let's go. Davis with the clock ticking finds Muir. He'll spot up and shoot it from about 15. No good. Davis skies up, almost has the rebound, but Williams pulls down the board. Outlets to Landers. Here's Fields in the paint. Intended for Floyd. The ball is knocked out of bounds, and that'll be a Pampa turnover. High intensity here from Ranger Gym on a Tuesday night. Back to that story, the coach, after being asked about the question of free throw shooting and just above a 50 percentile choice, was kind of like the Voldemort in the Harry Potter series. Here's Davis for 3, no good. It's like, you just don't talk about that. It just is going to happen, and I respect that, but there's a big part of the ball game in free throws, and definitely room for improvement, but it's not something you can harp on the guys are, otherwise it gets in your head. Pampa turnover with a walk after stealing the rebound. Brozowski will inbound it to Davis at the 4:16 mark, down by 7. Brozowski underneath the left-hand dribble, forced to pull up the dribble. Here's Lemus with a running jumper. The ball is blocked and out of bounds by Landers, and that gets the Pampa faithful on their feet after the block shot from the shorter Lemus trying to go to the rack, giving up about 4 inches to Braxton Floyd. Davis with the inbound, goes to Lemus, gets his man in the air but can't shoot the 3. Drops it over to Brzezowski on the left side wing. He'll take it to the baseline, spin around, no look pass out to Steven Hernandez, top of the key, inside the paint. Dump pass to Muir, gets his man in the air. Muir goes in and scores. Will they count the basket and the foul? This is the question. 11-6. Muir could trim it to 4 here from the charity stripe. Rattle, 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 no good. In and out for Muir, and it's a 5-point lead. Pampa into the front court. Top of the key is Landers. Extends the defense all the way up to the Ranger logo at the 28-foot line. Landers pushes off on Brozowski, still underneath the right-hand dribble. Now goes right side, outlets to Williams. Spot up, jumper for 3. Tips on the top of the rim and goes in. Oh, my! But a whistle and a foul as the ball was bouncing on top of the cylinder. The three-pointer could count, and the foul will be called underneath, and that's on 20, which is either Steven Hernandez or 20 from Pampa, and I believe that's going to be a three-point basket and the ball, as Hernandez is whistled for his second on the rebound try. That ball bounced 5 feet above the cylinder on the three-point before it went in. Darrell Fields trapped underneath, tries a left-hand layup, and a reach-in foul will be called on Pampa with a hand in there as Muir pulls down the rebound. That'll be Braxton Floyd with his first, team's third. Steven Hernandez picking up a couple of fouls here in the early going. He'll inbound it to Davis in the backcourt. Coach Klafka holding up a sign, down by 8 as Davis comes into the front court. Perryton better be ready to play here tonight. This Pampa bunch is athletic. Don't let the 0-2 mark fool you. Here's Lemus. Gets a head fake. Little over-the-top pass to Davis. Spot up for 3. Ryan Davis off the top of the rim. No good. And Peyton Muir will go over and back of the rebounder, Andrew Stevens, who's in the ball game for Pampa. Stevens with a good box out there on Peyton Muir, and that's going to be on Maurice Lemus. Oh my, I didn't see that one. Lemus picking up his second, so 2 apiece for Hernandez and Lemus, and that'll bring Jose Magallanes into the ball game for the first time. Brozowski, Davis, Muir, Magallanes, and Hernandez on the floor for Big Red. Williams, Fields, and a foul will be called underneath as Muir tries to spot up on Darrell Fields. Gives up about 3 inches as Fields goes about 6'4", and that's going to be a foul on Peyton Muir. That's going to be his first. And Muir will ride the pine as Cody Tarvin comes into the ball game. Inbound play from Williams on the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Finds Stevens. Stevens will take it to the left side. Spin move over Magallanes, and he scores. Andrew Stevens attacking the rim from the left side, and it's a 10-point margin, 16-6. Pampa in the lead. Here's Hernandez inside the paint. Little off-center pass as Magianis will pick it up at the shoestrings. Finds Davis, top of the key. Now Brozowski steps back behind the line, guarded by the 6'4", Darrell Fields. Inside the paint, no-look pass. Tarvin gets his man in the air. Jump, shoot, hangs on the rim, no good. Braxton Floyd brings down the rebound. Good look there by Tarvin through traffic. Here comes Landers with an off-balance shot from the left side, and a loose ball foul will be called, I believe, on Andrew Stevens, skying in for Pampa. And that'll be his first. Stevens with 2 points picks up a personal foul. That's 4 on the Harvesters. Brozowski looking down at his feet, knowing that he's got a battle here tonight. He'll be guarded now by T.J. Conley. Conley, the 6'6" junior. He goes 6'6", I'm not sure about that. That may be a typo in my program, more like 6'2" maybe. Here's Hernandez. Brozowski fakes right, goes left. Layup is no good, but a blocking foul will be called as Griff hits the hardwood. He'll be fouled by Stevens, who tried to go for the flop. And that'll be 2 on the 6'3" sophomore Andrew Stevens. Brozowski will go to the line to shoot a pair. Griff 1 of 2 with 4 points. 2-shot opportunity here for the junior. Griffin Brozowski down by 10. First one is short. Oh my. A little flat there on the free throw. 3 seconds, under 2 minutes left to go here in the first of 4 8-minute quarters. Brozowski's second one is good. All net, 2 of 4 for Griff. He's got 5. And the lead is under 10. 9-point margin for Pampa. In the left side of your listening device on offense, Darius Williams, guarded by Davis, pulls up the dribble. Stevens, top of the key, guarded by Cody Tarvin in the man-to-man. Over to the right side wing, there's Chase Landry. Landry back up top to Williams. Landry and Williams play a little 2-man game with $1:35 to go. Steven Hernandez tries to go in and steal the ball away from Hernandez. Attacks the rim. Jump shot no good. Rebound by Pampa. Another try no good. Hernandez comes out with it. Into the front court. Steven Hernandez and the Rangers have the offensive look, down by 9. Hernandez outlet over to Jose Magianis. No look pass to Davis. Davis inside the paint, turns a 360 and comes up with the basketball in a double dribble. Oh my. Davis spun around there and did a good ballerina move to hang on to the possession and then dribbled out of it, and they say that he two-handed the basketball, double dribbling. Turnover Perryton in the front court. At the 1:11 mark, here's Landers up to the timeline. Underneath the left-hand dribble with $1:07 left. Switch-off move, now Davis will cover up the guard. Over to the left side, Braxton Floyd with the basketball. Williams cuts and dives inside the paint. Little running left-hander, no good. Rebounded by Pampa. And on the pogo stick is Conley. He goes up with 2 tries, and he's fouled on the second. And that'll be Brozowski's first personal foul. And this will send T.J. Conley to the line to shoot a pair after the junior Brozowski hacks him in the act. 3 3-pointers for Pampa here in the opening frame, along with 3 2-point field goals and 1 for 2 from the line, and they lead at 16-7. Free throw is clank at the side of the rim, no good. 53.8 seconds left in the first, in the back half of a doubleheader. Girls game was a great ball game, but Pampa stole one here on the Ranger gym floor, 47-45 to go to 3-2. 0 for 2 on the trip by Conley. Brozowski gets the defensive rebound. He wants to go. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Stevens draws down the rebound with a good 2-hand action. Stevens says 6'3". I believe he's more like 6'6". Down low they go to Braxton Floyd, and Floyd makes Perryton pay on that right side of the goal. And they're exposing some weaknesses here down low as the height for Pampa is taking advantage of the Ranger size. Hernandez up top, down by 11. Hernandez hands off to Brozowski. Brozowski to the free throw line. Over to Magianis. 3-pointer on the way. A spinner goes in from Jose Magianis. Second 3 ball from Perryton. Only 1 other 2-point field goal on the mark. And it's an 8-point contest with 7 to go. Here's Landers into the front court, into the paint. Floater on the way with 2 on the clock. Hernandez bobbles the ball, and with 0.3 seconds, Pampa will have a pass and shoot opportunity here under the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Look for their height to get involved, as they, in most matchups, have an inch or 3 advantage. Inbound play comes to Conley. Conley puts it up at the buzzer, but it's no good. The shot goes in, but it will not count. 18-10 after 1. Second quarter. Good to have you back, everybody. Ranger Gym is mostly packed. Not near the crowd we had on Friday night, but still a good showing from both towns. We have a big group of advertisers from Pampa. Good to have you along if you're listening for the Harvesters in Pampa and around the region on the KXDJ 98.3 or on the web at kxdjradio.com or on the TuneIn app as well. Tarvin almost loses the handle from the pass from Brzezowski. Outlets over to Magianis. Give a lot of credit to Cody Tarvin there to save that possession with Brzezowski's no-look pass looming to be an errant one. Brzezowski draws the double team. Hernandez inside the paint. Running floater left side is good. Steven Hernandez. Nice move to the basket. And he draws within a half dozen. 18-12 is the score. Pampa in front. 40 seconds gone by here in the second quarter. Pampa led 18-10 after the first 8. Hernandez steals the ball away in the front court and then throws it away from trying to save it from going out of bounds. Good job there by Hernandez, but couldn't hold on to it, lost his footing. 18-12, Pampa in front. Conley hands it off to Landers. Landers up top, the point guard. Buckshot Williams on the right side wing. Darrell Fields, the 6'4 post player down low. Braxton Floyd gets the entry pass and goes up and scores. Braxton Floyd with 6 in the height advantage. You've got Davis, Hernandez, Magianis, Tarvin, and Brzezowski to start off the second frame for Perryton. Here's Hernandez, dribble drive, pulls up the dribble on the right side. Here's Davis, drives the baseline, tries to bounce pass it to Magianis on the corner left side, and the ball was kicked and goes out of bounds. In the ball game for the first time for Pampa will be Jaden Burnley. Burnley in. The 5'9 sophomore. Here's Tarvin, pulled way out to the 28-foot line. Davis comes back to help, guarded there by Buckshot Williams. Spots up, jumps, shoots, scores! It's a three-pointer for Ryan Davis. Perryton living by the 3 tonight. Has trimmed the lead to a handful, 20-15. An errant pass brings Buckshot Williams all the way out to the 28-foot line, chases down the ball and grabs the handle. Burnley now plays a little two-man game with Williams, penetrates inside the paint. Fields goes over Tarvin, but he travels. Darrell Fields inside the paint with the traveling call. Hernandez and Davis will be in the backcourt with no pressure. Pampa will pick them up inside the front court when Davis enters as he walks over the timeline now underneath the right-hand dribble. Brzezowski looking at a 3 on the way for Griff. It's off the mark. Double skips off the front and the back of the cylinder. Long entry pass to Fields. Floyd, transition, basket, good. Braxton Floyd has 8, and Pampa breaks the press with perfect execution and gets the easy layup on the 3-on-2 break. Hernandez outlets to Davis. The lead is 7, 22-15, Pampa in front. Davis tries to penetrate and go to the rack, but the door closes. Outlets to Hernandez, top of the key, back to Davis, right side wing, gets his man in the air, gets a couple of screens, has an open look for a moment, but the door closes. Here's Brzezowski now as Fields gets rubbed off. Davis over the top of Williams for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Floyd skies in with his height and gets the rebound, and Pampa wants to run after the rebound. Hernandez almost jumps up in the air and steals it away from Darrell Fields, but Pampa will have an out-of-bounds play coming up by 7 from the left side of the goal as we look in from half court. Cody Tarvin comes out. Maurice Lemus back in. Peyton Muir in the ball game for Jose Magianis. And Perryton will fight for position to try to keep those Pampa players from having a easy out-of-bounds play coming up here. Brandon Stewart will be paused for a moment as he pushes off against Maurice Lemus, and they'll change the call and go into a box play as Pampa's definitely got the height advantage, and they're trying to expose that strength on their out-of-bounds set pieces. Here's Floyd guarded by Steven Hernandez on the left side baseline. They extend it back out and wait for the play to be called by the bench coach here right below us on the right side of the timeline. Here's Landers over the top of Brzezowski. Shot is no good. Hernandez draws down the board. 3 seconds under 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Perryton down by 7. Hernandez mauled at the top of the key by Burnley. Burnley picked up his first team foul number 6. Perryton will shoot the bonus 1-1 on the next Harvester foul. Pampa looking at 5 on the other side as Pampa will have, Perryton will have 1 to give. Davis, right side wing. Lemus looks at a 3, steps into space. Nothing there. Hernandez has an opening but draws the double team. Lemus picked up there by Burnley. Outlets to Davis. Davis could shoot the 3, but it probably would have been blocked. And then the low look pass from Brzezowski is out of bounds on the spinning pass by Davis as he's got players flying all in front of him. Didn't get a good look at where Griff was and threw it out of the baseline area. Turnover Perryton. 4:23 left to go here in the second. Rangers down by 7. 22-15. Pampa in the front court in the dark green uniforms. Here's Landers, Burnley, Floyd through the paint area. Running jumper is good. And Braxton Floyd has 10 in the first half, all 2-point field goals as he attacks the rim once again. Hernandez through traffic, draws the double team. Outlets to Lemus. 3 on the way from Maurice Lemus. No good. Davis gets pushed out of the way as Darrell Fields skies in and gets the rebound. Pampa wants to run. Here's a charge. Chase Landers pushes off with the shoulder and draws the offensive foul for the 7th team foul on the Harvesters. Hernandez, Davis, Brzezowski, Muir, and Lemus on the floor for Big Red. Davis across the timeline. Brings it into the front court underneath the left-hand dribble and goes to the left side wing. Drop pass into Brzezowski, and he's tripped on the baseline by Fields. Brzezowski and Darrell Fields similar in height, but Fields probably carrying about 20 to 30 more pounds as he's a little bit bulkier than Griffin Brzezowski, who's slimmer, strong, but still narrow. Fields is a little thicker, especially up top. Brzezowski with a little tweak to his left knee on that takedown. This will be Brzezowski with 5 points to go to the line to shoot a 1-1. First one is no good. Bounces off the front of the rim, but Hernandez is there for the putback. No good, partially blocked. Steven Hernandez inside the paint, goes over traffic, shoots it up, and it's no good. Fields draws down the rebound, and Lemus does a good job getting in there, Hernandez that is, and stealing it away. The alternating arrow on the tie ball will go Pampa's way. Good job there by Steven to get in and at least get the alternating arrow back. Perryton down by 9, 24-15. 3:26 left to go in the first half. It's been all Pampa here. They led 18-10 after the first. Burnley, right side wing, pulls up the dribble, guarded by Davis. Pass over to Brandon Stewart, almost stolen away by Lemus. Back up top to Buckshot Williams, underneath the dribble, guarded by Brzezowski, waiting for a screen, and will go the other way with Brandon Stewart calling the offensive foul on Lemus. And now Stewart gets some coaching from his coach and does some communicating with his coach to think that he wasn't responsible, and he'll ride the pine for talking back. That'll be 2 on Stewart. And the 9th team foul on Pampa. 3 minutes left here in the first. Hernandez drives baseline left side, tries to go to Muir, who's breaking behind him, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by Braxton Floyd, who's been a playmaker here in the first half. Floyd with 10 to lead all scorers. Davis gets Darius Williams into the air, passes it into the hand of Williams, who blocked it out of bounds. And Davis is asking for a little space. He's all up in my grill. Davis with the lob pass back into the back of the front court. Muir now top of the key. Lemus guarded there by Landers. Outlets to Hernandez. Hernandez puts the ball on the floor. Running floater inside the paint. No good. Landers draws down the rebound, but is tipped and stolen away by Davis. And then Davis travels with the basketball. Oh, my. 2:42 left to go here in the first half. 24-15 our score. Pampa in front. It's been all Harvesters here through the first 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Burnley, Landers, Williams, top of the key. Back to Landers. Over to the left side wing. Buckshot Williams getting in the action. 2:20 left to go here now. Pampa with the ball in the lead, up by 9. Braxton Floyd taking a little air out of the basketball as Pampa has the lead and the clock. Three-pointer by Braxton Floyd. Wow. He's got 13. He can't miss. And the lead is a dozen, 27-15. Quite a different story from Friday night. Here's Brzezowski at the free throw line. Jumper, no good. Davis gets the rebound. Little underhand pass to Lemus. Outlet over to Hernandez, left side wing. Attacks the rim, draws the double team. Can't get it over the top of the rim. Lemus has it for a moment, trying to save it from going out of bounds, and it'll be a foul called underneath. So now they come back to the baseline on the right side of the court for an inbound. It will be Pampa's ball, and it is Maurice Lemus with his third. Oy, oy, oy. Sorry, folks, that one was kind of a turn of events. Landers against Brzezowski with a little hip check now, extending the offense out with 90 seconds left. And that'll be a 5-second violation on Landers as he was dribbling around with Brzezowski guarding him. And here Perryton will have the basketball in the backcourt. Davis, Hernandez, Magianis, Muir, and Brzezowski on the floor for Big Red. Williams, Floyd, Fields, Conley, and Landers for the Harvesters. Magianis, three-pointer from the left side wing. No good as he tries to spin one in. And this will be a over-the-back call on Peyton Muir. And his second foul. Muir will have a seat as he's being coached for a moment by Coach Klafka, and Muir having a coaching moment, a little bit of a meltdown after that second foul. That'll be 17 fouls against Perryton, and here's Braxton Floyd from the line with 13, make it 14 points tonight. 10 in the second quarter, trying to go for 15 with a second free throw coming up here. Pampa now 2 of 3 from the stripe, and Floyd is off the mark. Brzezowski tips it to Tarvin, who comes in from Muir with a 13-point lead. Perryton down by 13. Davis in the corner left side, drives the baseline, over the baseline to Magianis. Magianis with a bounce pass intended for Brzezowski. Field is playing a spy role on Brzezowski, not even in the defensive scheme, allowed Magianis to think that Brzezowski was open, but Fields covered up that ball and Pampa stole it away. Perryton in the front court for Pampa, ties the ball up, and will get the alternating arrow. Uncharacteristic turnovers tonight in the first half for the Rangers. Down 28-15 with 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Brzezowski in the front court, guarded by the 6'4" Darryl Fields. Crossover dribble. Magianis, three on the way. Left side corner. No good. Ryan Davis skies up and gets the rebound. The shortest guy on the court goes up tall and gets the board. Outlets to Magianis, 23 to go. Brzezowski only 5 points through the first quarter. 18 on the clock, and it looks like Perryton will play for one to possibly carry a 10-point deficit into the halftime locker room. Griff at the 10-second mark puts the action in motion. Brzezowski, 5 on the clock. No-look pass, Hernandez inside the paint, jumper, no good. Floyd skies in for the rebound. Shot at the buzzer is no good. Pampa at the half leads Perryton 28-15 here from Ranger Gym. Take a timeout, tally up the numbers, come back and join you here from Perryton tonight. Is Pampa trying to go for the sweep? All right, Ranger fans, on your feet. You can tap your toe, you can bob your head like this. You can do that, that's allowed. There you go. There we go, now we're getting some rhythm. Come on, let it just soak inside of you. That's it. There you go. 28-15, back for the third quarter. Good to have you along. Pampa will start the game off on the right side of your listening device with the first possession. Stewart, Landers, Fields, Floyd, and Buckshot Williams on the floor for the Harvesters. Brzezowski, Magianis, Hernandez, Tarvin, and Ryan Davis on for Perryton here to start off the second half. Landers with a drop pass into Floyd, and we'll have a traveling call or double dribble called against the Harvesters in the offensive end. And now with 7:32 left, Perryton will have the basketball on the right side wing. Tarvin up top with Magianis. Magianis with the basketball, and we'll have a whistle down low, a foul called against Pampa. That's going to be against Daryl Fields, and that'll be his first personal foul. Fields down low with a hook around on the low post area. Here's Davis, slaps the ball underneath the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Finds Magianis on the right side wing. Now Hernandez tries to penetrate. Atlas to Magianis on the right side. Brozowski with a stop and go, and we'll have traveling called against Jose Magianis in the Perryton front court. Perryton still down by 13 with 42 seconds gone by. Fields playing a role on Brozowski here tonight, shutting him down. Only 5 points through the first half and first minute of the third quarter. Brozowski chases Landers. Floyd inside the paint, turnaround jumper and a foul. Braxton Floyd will go to the line to shoot 2 after the foul was called on Ryan Davis. Davis picks up his first. Here's Braxton Floyd at the stripe. 7:06 left to go. Floyd's first is good. He can't miss. Got 15 tonight. Floyd leads all scorers and is the unstoppable force tonight. The immovable object is moving. 2 for 2 by Floyd. He's 3 of 4 from the stripe and has 16 for the Harvesters tonight. 30-15, Pampa in front. Davis into the front court against Williams. Takes it to the right side. Hernandez around traffic, draws the double team inside the paint and travels. Hernandez, back-to-back turnovers for the Rangers after getting a foul called and getting a chance to have an offensive possession. Just look flat for some reason. Just the height for Pampa has stymied them. They can't seem to get out of the funk. Pampa playing really well tonight. They've done a good job with the defensive scheme and the play of Braxton Floyd down low, scoring those 16 points. There's a foul by Steven Hernandez in the front court. That's 3 on Hernandez. As Perryton's got 2 players with 3 apiece, and Maurice Lemus and Hernandez, 2 for Peyton Muir on the bench. Davis and Brozowski with 1 apiece, the way I have it. 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Brandon Stewart with the basketball, chased by Magianis, and Stewart will be tripped on the play. And they'll call Magianis with the foul. So Magianis with his first team foul number 3 here, and Will Cater comes into the ball game for the first time. Cater will be the enforcer now. Hopefully a big body can stop some of those defenders down low, those post players from getting those really, really open looks. Traveling from Stewart up top against Magianis, slides his foot. They'll call him for the traveling. Stewart having a difficult night tonight, trying to get uncorked. Brandon Stewart scoreless. Quarterback for the Pampa Harvester football team. Here's Brozowski, step back 3 on the way over Fields. Just hasn't found the range. Brozowski with a miss. Long pass to Fields underneath left side and goes over the top of Griff, and Fields scores. Daryl Fields has 4 with a quick jump shot underneath the goal on the left side as Brozowski tries to go up and block it. Fields was the snowbird on that transition play. Here's Davis from the baseline left side. Has to shoot over a flying Darius Williams. Pampa with the rebound. Layup is good by Daryl Fields on transition basketball. Pampa giving a clinic here tonight. Pampa taking it to the Rangers here on their home floor tonight. Wow. Will Cater and Nathan Hugg and Cody Tarvin come in for the Rangers here in the third quarter. The only 2 starters are Brozowski and Davis on the floor for Big Red. Brozowski to Tarvin in between the rings. Goes to Davis on the right side wing, guarded by Buckshot Williams. Takes it to the top. Cater now around traffic. Brozowski with a jump stop. Hug for 3 from the left side corner. Cater gets the trash on the backside after the air ball, and Will Cater knocks it up and in for his first 2 of the ball game. And the lead is 17, 34-17. Pampa in front. They've led throughout and held Perryton to only 5 in the second quarter. Outscored them 10-5. Jumper from the left side corner, no good. Hug skies in and gets the rebound for the Rangers. Outlets to Brzezowski, running up the floor from the right side, picked up by Fields, goes up right side, jumper on the way, and he's fouled on the play. Darryl Fields will be whistled for his second, I believe. No, they call Braxton Floyd on that one after the double team. Brzezowski has been double teamed throughout the night and has had difficulty. Floyd and Fields go about 6'4" each. And that's posed a problem for the junior Brzezowski. He does drip in the first of 2 free throws, and Maurice Lemus will come in for Ryan Davis, with Brzezowski left with 1 in the chamber. Down by 16. Griff could cut it to 15 here. Free throw was good. Brzezowski was 7. Has a couple bullet holes now filled up. 4 of 7 from the stripe. Got over the 50% Mendoza line. Here's Landers in the front court. Brzezowski guards him and forces him to the right-hand dribble. Back to the left goes Landers as he likes that left hand. Now comes back to the right. Griff on chase. Landers goes through the lane, and Brzezowski blocks the shot, and it goes out of bounds. Landers has his layup blocked out of bounds by the junior Brzezowski. Inbound play coming from Williams underneath the right side of the goal as we look in from half court. Brzezowski tips it on the inbound, but Landers is able to chase it down. Landers still in the backcourt, fakes right, goes left, goes by Brzezowski, stripped by Hug. Here's a breakaway, slam dunk with a little, not really a dunk, more of a little roll over the rim as Griff went up tall and just didn't have the spring to go up and two-hand it down and flush it and hang on to the rim. Just kind of dribbled it over the front of the rim to cut the lead to 13. A little bit of a comeback here as the Rangers have evened up the three-point deficit, or the deficit as they tie up Pampa 6-6 in the quarter. Brandon Stewart gets open and shoots a 3, and he's fouled on the play and sinks the 3 ball. Brandon Stewart will have a chance at a 4-point play here as he drains the 3-pointer from the left side wing, and the foul will be called on Nathan Hug. Here's the free throw from Stewart. It's good as well. Just as I mentioned a moment ago, Stewart is scoreless. He pounds in 4 on a 4-point play there, a rare 4-point play. Those are a coach's dream. Here's Brzezowski, hands it off to Hug on the right side wing around the screen set by Brzezowski and Tarvin. Cater with a jump pass over the top of the defense, back to Lemus, back to Cater. 3 on the way, is go! Will Cater from downtown. He's got 5 after coming off the bench here in the third quarter, and the lead is 14. They got it to 13. That's the closest it's been in quite some time. After trailing by that margin at the break, they've whittled their way back into a fast Pampa start. Here's Stewart. Jumper at the free throw line is no good. Field chases down the rebound, goes to Williams. Inside the paint, no look pass. Braxton Floyd, good. Floyd, 18 points. 3:19 left to go in the third quarter. Perryton down by 16, 40-24. Brzezowski, Davis, Cater, Lemus on the floor for Big Red. We'll have a reach-in foul called on Darryl Fields, and it's going to be the only way, I believe, that Brzezowski can get uncorked is if Fields gets in foul trouble. He's now saddled with 3 and will go to the bench, and we'll see if that other defender now, whoever that is, will allow Brzezowski a little bit of leverage as Field has been on lockdown here tonight. There's Griff throwing it into Cater. Cater over to Davis on the right side wing. Davis underneath the dribble, goes back to Cater, back to Lemus, looks at a 3, won't take. Drive to the left side, bounces off of Pampa, and then touches Lemus as it rolls out of bounds. Oh my. Lemus was going to try a no-look bounce pass inside the paint. Bounced it off of one of Pampa's shins and then couldn't get out of the way of it. It bounced off the shin, touched his leg, and went out of bounds, rolled out of bounds. Just not going their way tonight. Rangers having difficulty getting in some rhythm. 40-24, Pampa playing a great game. They've got a great game plan. Stewart overshoots the runway and throws it into the baseline area, giving Perryton a little hope here. Hernandez back in, Cater goes out. A good performance by Cater coming off the bench and pitching in 5 for Coach Dustin Klafka. Hernandez back in the ball game. Davis and Hernandez trail as they bring it into the front court 5-on-5. Tarvin waits for the bounce pass. It'll be a two-hand pass from Davis. They swing it around to the left side. Now entry pass into Brzezowski. Left side spins, goes against the triple team, and a reach-in foul will be called on Landers. That'll be 2 on Landers. 4 apiece on the team foul category. Davis will inbound to Brzezowski. Pop over to Davis. Looks at a 3, can't take. Drop pass down to Tarvin, and Tarvin touches it, and it goes out of bounds. Tarvin thought that Pampa touched the basketball, but it goes out after deflecting off of Cody Tarvin. Inbound play negated on that lob opportunity. Perryton down by 16. Pampa with the ball. 2:07 to go before the fourth. Stewart. Left side wing guarded by Lemus. Floyd extended out. Hernandez has got the man-on-man assignment. Stewart, underhand pass to Landers. They're content with taking a little air out of the basketball. Brzezowski with a hand on the hip. Tries to get around the screen set by Floyd. And we'll have a foul called on Hernandez with a reach around trying to isolate Floyd and Landers, trying to shake Perryton's defenders loose. That'll be 4, make that 3 on Steven Hernandez. I had him with 3. Griffin Brzezowski steals it away and goes in for the layup. Nice play there by Griff as his defense comes in, and he's got 6 in the quarter and now 11 in the ball game. Find a little rhythm with Fields out of the ball game. Brzezowski letting his defense work for him, and the breakaway layup from the left side. Here's Stewart inside of space. That's Stevens. Andrew Stevens takes it inside the paint with a running one-hander. Little floater to bring it back up to a 16-point margin. Here's Brzezowski, a little pitch, a push-off by T.J. Conley. It's going to be his first.
That's his first. Team 5th checking in for Perryton. Number 5, Nate Murray.
5 team fouls apiece on each team. Out of bounds play coming here from the right side of the goal for Ryan Davis as we look in from half court. Davis with the entry for Brzezowski. Spin move inside the paint. Jumper no good. Hernandez draws down the rebound. Outlets back out to Griff. Griff with a attack move. Throws up a 3-pointer. Thought he was fouled but can't get the call from T.J. Conley. Threw one up after getting Conley up in the air. Brzezowski retreats into the backcourt. Thought he might take one away from Floyd as he comes into the front court guarded by Hernandez. Hernandez all over him like hot fudge on a Sunday. Here's Conley, no look pass to Stevens. Stevens left side, outlets to Floyd. 3 on the way. Bounces off the back of the rim, no good. Brzezowski brings down the board. He wants to run, and a reach-in will be called on Landers. The run by Pampa, but Pampa then gets out and gets a 3 or a 4-pointer in the last case by Stewart to hold on to that multi-possession lead. Here's Davis into the front court with 34 to go. Brzezowski fakes right, goes left, spin, jumper on the way, and he's fouled. It'll be Braxton Floyd with the call, I believe. No, it'll be on Andrew Stevens, his 3rd.
Fouls on 25.
That's going to be 17 fouls against Pampa. Perryton will shoot free throws from here on out. This will be a opportunity for Brzezowski, who's knocked down his last 2. Brzezowski takes his time here on a 2-shot opportunity and can't get it over the front of the rim. Little clanker off the front rack. Here's Brzezowski reloading down by 16. Free throw is good. 7 in the quarter, 12 in the ball game for Brzezowski. It's a 15-point lead with 23 to go. Pampa into the front court with the lead in the ball. Landers pulls up the dribble, finds Floyd, who gets around Hernandez and takes it to the layup on the left side. Braxton Floyd is a player here tonight. He's got 20. Oh, my. Davis, Brzezowski, 6 on the clock. Steps back, jumps, shoots it up from 3. No good. Grazes the front of the rim. Thought he might have been fouled. Steven Hernandez takes it away. Davis goes in for a chance at the buzzer, but can't connect. We'll go to the fourth quarter with Pampa leading 44-27 on 98.3 KXDJ. 15-point lead going into the fourth quarter, 44-27. Hernandez, Davis, Muir, Lemus, and Brzezowski on the floor for Big Red. You've got Williams, Floyd, Conley, Stevens, and Landers on the floor for the Harvesters. Jump shot from Stevens, no good. Or rather, Perryton, no good. Brzezowski steals it away and lays it up and in. Brzezowski with the steal And the payback. Brzezowski with a couple here in the fourth quarter draws it to 15. Pampa outscored Perryton 16-12 in that third quarter. They have outdistanced Perryton in every quarter, 18-10 in the first, 10-5 in the second, and 16-14. Here's Steven Hernandez. Takeaway, layup is go. Hernandez with a breakaway and layup. And the lead is 13 with Perryton's attacking defense coming out here to try to make a stand, to get it within 10. Can't get it all back at one time, but get it within 10 within about the 5 or 4 minute mark even, and then trim it inside of 10, try to knock it down to a 1 or 2 possession lead. Griffin Brzezowski steals it away. Hernandez, layup, no good. Oh my, missed opportunity there with the steal from Brzezowski at the half court. They could have trimmed it to 11, a possible 3-point play, could have took it to 10, but it's negated. Here's Stevens against Lemus, goes up and scores, and Lemus will commit the foul. Lemus giving up about 5 inches there to Andrew Stevens. That'll be Lemus's fourth, having a tough game here tonight. Lemus saddled with 4 fouls, has been a non-factor tonight, and Nathan Hugg will come in for Lemus. This will be Andrew Stevens to go to the line to shoot a single free throw to try to complete a 3-point play. Bounces off the top of the rim, no good. Brzezowski skies up and gets the board. The lead is 15. Perryton got it to 13 a moment ago. Outlet to Davis, corner left side. Into the free throw line area. Handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez through traffic, drives left side, pulls up the dribble, finds Muir. Inside the paint, spin move, and we'll have a foul called on Peyton Muir with a charge as he spun around into his defender, and Muir picks up his third. Difficult night for the Rangers to get anything going. 6.5 to play, down by 15. Pampa playing a heck of a ball game here tonight. Braxton Floyd up to half court. Hernandez tries to reach in and take the ball away. Brzezowski lets Landers loose. Fields gets in the air, jumps it up, and the foul will be called on the floor, not on the continuation. And the foul will be on Nathan Hugg, his first. Perryton got in the air as Fields with a head fake got Perryton on the pogo stick. And this will be a 1-and-1 for Darrell Fields as he tried to get the continuation and one, but the official wasn't going for it. 15-point margin. Field at the line, short, no good. Muir has a chance at it, tips it to Braxton Floyd, and then reaches in and fouls, and that'll be a foul called on Muir.
Fouls on number 5, Peyton Murray. That is his fourth.
That's 4 on Muir. Here's Braxton Floyd to the line. Floyd with 20 tonight, 3 of 4 from the stripe. First one is good. 21 from Floyd. Cody Tarvin comes in for Peyton Muir. Floyd having a heck of a ball game tonight. 14 at the break, 7 in this half. 2 of 2 on this trip, 4 of 4 in the second half, and 5 of 6 overall. 48-31, back up to a 17-point margin. Pampa giving Perryton all they can handle here tonight. Confused. Davis for 3 from the top of the key, no good. Hernandez skies up, gets a hand on the rebound, but it's tipped to Floyd and Fields, and they take it away. Into the front court come the Harvesters. Pulling up the dribble is Floyd, saves it, tries to throw it off of Hernandez, and Hernandez does a good dodgeball move and saves it. Here's Hernandez with a block from Stevens on the layup from the trailing position. Good job defensively there from Andrew Stevens, and we'll have a foul in the backcourt as Steven Hernandez will pick up his 4th. Now, Lemus, Muir, and Hernandez all playing with 4 apiece. Perryton has got over the limit, and this will be Landers shooting 2 in the double bonus. Stuck on 4 points is Landers, all of those first quarter points, but he'll have a chance here to get back in the scoring column, and he does. First one goes down. Hernandez will come out with 4 fouls, and Will Cater will come into the ball game for the Rangers. 5:37 left to go in the ball game. The lead is 18. Could be 19 with this free throw here. Hangs on the rim and goes off the mark. Brzezowski draws down the board and accelerates into the front court. Looking at the 3, drives the baseline, no look pass, tipped out of bounds by Floyd, and the Rangers will have an out of bounds play coming from the sideline. Cater will inbound it, from the 28-foot line in the front court. Finds Brzezowski at the timeline, hands off to Davis, 5:25 to go. 49-31. It's going to take a heck of an effort for a comeback here. Brzezowski guarded by Fields, fakes right, goes left, hands off to Davis. Davis and Brzezowski play a little left side two-man game. Brzezowski wants to step back behind the arc. Three on the way, let's go. Three-pointer from Griffin Brzezowski trims it to 15. 49-34 at the 5-minute mark. You'd like to be around 10 points or inside of 10 at this point in the ball game. It's a 15-point margin. Landers out to Williams, guarded by Ryan Davis. He and Landers up top. Good ball handlers by the Pampa front court. No look pass stolen away by Nathan Hugg. 2-on-2 break. Brzezowski from behind challenge. Takes it inside. Oh, a charging call on Brzezowski as Buckshot Williams stands firm and draws the charge. Wow. Brzezowski with a little chance there to tap into the lead and knock it back down to 13, but Williams posts up wisely defensively, and Perryton will apply pressure in the backcourt. We'll have a timeout called on the bench. We'll take it with them. Welcome back, everybody, to Ranger Gym. Pampa 49-34, approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. Full court pressure. Brandon Stewart back in the ball game for the Harvesters. Landers in the backcourt, into the front court with Griffin Brzezowski defending. Here's Stewart, a good ball handler, and the quarterback on the football team finds Darius Williams. Williams also a good ball handler. This is a complete team here from Pampa. Braxton Floyd sees an opening and attacks the rim as Perryton's defense let him have a little bit of an opening on the right side, and Floyd takes it to the rack and scores 4 in the quarter, 10 in the second half, and 24 in the ball game. At the midway point, it's a 17-point margin. Davis looks to drive, puts up a layup, and a blocking foul will be called. This will be Braxton Floyd with his third.
Team foul number 8 on the line, 1-and-1. He's number 15, Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis will go to the line. First one is no good on the 1-and-1. Pampa with the rebound. Williams gets his men in the air, finds Stewart with Cater flying, and Cater will foul Brandon Stewart and go to the line to shoot a two-shot opportunity.
Number 12, Will Cater, his first on the line. Shooting 2 will be number 2, Brandon Stewart.
Up and in on the spinner. Stewart with 4 tonight is 2 for 2 from the strike. One more loaded in the chamber for Brandon Stewart. 2 for 2 on the trip by Stewart. He's got 6 in the ball game. Steven Hernandez comes back in, as well as Jose Magallanes for Nathan Hugg and Cody Tarvin. So you've got Cater, Davis, Hernandez, Brzezowski, and Magallanes on the floor for Big Red. Davis into the front court, hands the ball off to Hernandez at the 3:35 mark. The lead is 19, 53-34. Davis from downtown. Let's go. Ryan Davis with a three-pointer. Davis with 6 on the night, his second 3 of the ball game. Here's Floyd into the front court, finds Darrell Fields open. Braxton Floyd with the assist. Darrell Fields with the basket. That's 8 for Fields, 55-37. Hernandez through the paint area, block shot by Floyd, stolen away by Stewart, will go the other way. Landers in the backcourt, chased by Steven Hernandez, playing with 4 fouls. Over the top of the defense to Stewart, looks at a 3, but wisely with the lead, just able to take a little air of the basketball. Now he'll jack it up, 3 on the way, no good. Floyd has a chance at the rebound, but Davis deflects it, and Cater pulls down the board. Hernandez into the front court. Davis now with the 2:36 on the clock. Here's Brzezowski outside the arc, way outside the arc, guarded by Fields, just nothing there. Swings around and has a little cut to the basket, goes up, shoots a little left-hand hook shot, it's good. Brzezowski was 7 in the quarter, and Coach Klafka will take a timeout, down by 16, we'll take it with him. 2:16 left to go in the ball game. Pampa in the backcourt gets it through the pressure. Fields, Floyd, assist, transition, basket good. Braxton Floyd with the assist by Darrell Fields. Pampa will get their first district win of the night. Under 2 minutes to play, up by 18. Brzezowski through traffic, left side, double team, shot on the way, no good. Magallanes on the backside, brings down the rebound. Perryton will have another look. Hernandez, Cater, underneath right side, gets his own rebound, and the putback on the one-hand one-timer. Will Cater has 7 in the ball game. 57-41, 94 seconds left. Pampa in front. Left all alone. Darrell Fields, layup is good. They break the press, and Fields gets into double digits with 10. Here's Davis in the front court, 1:23 left. Magallanes with the basketball left side wing. Hernandez dribbles into space. Brzezowski looks at a three, won't take it. Magallanes will. 3 on the way is good. Jose Magallanes from downtown. Perryton down by 15, chipping away at it. Pampa in the backcourt with 1:10 on the clock. Brzezowski steals it away. Left side layup. He travels with the basketball, trying to make the entry into the attack. And although Perryton takes it away and only wastes 4 minutes off the clock, it'll be the same scenario. Inbound pass is errant, and Stewart loses the handle. Perryton basketball down by 15 with 62 to play. That's 5 possessions, which is, we've seen some weird things happen in all sports. That's a tall mountain to climb. Brzezowski into Davis, right side corner. Brzezowski outside the arc, over the top of Fields. NBA 3, no good. Muir almost gets the rebound, but Stewart stands in front. Under a minute to play. Pampa will get the victory here tonight. Hernandez steals it away. 4-on-3 break. Steven Hernandez dropped pass to Brzezowski, and it's stolen away by Floyd, who was trailing on the play. Pampa has had all the answers tonight. Defensively has been able to recover. Offensively has been able to break pressure. Here's Landers to the rack, and he's fouled. And the teammates as they run into the gauntlet here tonight. Landers will shoot a pair. First one off the mark. 27 seconds on the clock. 59-44 is the score. Second one is in and out, no good. Brzezowski draws down the board and into the front court, 23 to go. Griffin Brzezowski around traffic, and a blocking foul will be called on Braxton Floyd, trying to defend the left side of the paint area. I'm sorry, Andrew Stevens. That'll be 4 on Stevens. And the Pampa faithful gets a head start on traffic as they head for the exits with 19 to play. Perryton's stands have filtered out about half. Brzezowski goes to the line, knocks down the front. He's got 8 in the quarter. And will hit some of his averages, but it'll be in defeat here tonight. 59-46, it's a 13-point lead with 15 seconds on the clock. Stewart into the front court. Conley make that Burnley on the left side, and Perryton will concede the checkmate and let the clock run out. Pampa wins it 59-46, going away here tonight over the Perryton Rangers. We'll take a break, come back and join you in the post-game show right after this post-game timeout on 98.3 KXDJ.